first.
New colours. How you feeling today?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Definitely different. Like, I've been at Carlton a long time. I was, grew up going to watch Ed play footy from a very young age, and I love my time at Carlton. Got so many good memories there, so many good mates, a lot of good relationships with all the boys and all the coaches. We've had a few over the years, so it's hard to go into depth with names and stuff, but there'll be a lot of people I really want to thank, and I'll reach out to them individually. The Carlton fans have just been amazing for me over my time at Carlton, and it's just, I've been very lucky and very grateful for the 10 years I've been able to spend there. And I mean, I touched on it before, but I got to spend 8 of those years with my brother Ed, and I got to go and watch him play footy at Carlton and roll into the rooms and watch Heath Scotland with his shirt off, roll around the change rooms, and it's kind of what made me want to play footy.
Just on it, you had a long-term contract at Carlton. What sort of went wrong? Why did you
There's a lot of things that I probably could think of. That's and nothing. I've got no hard feelings against anyone, sort of thing. But I just felt like time had come, and it was a long contract if you look about it. And in that time, I've probably changed a few things, and felt like I needed to change, and felt like it was going to be better for me as a person, maybe to move on. And I think in the end, it's worked out for all parties. They got what they wanted, and Sydney got what they wanted, and we'll be able to work together on that agreement. So,
when did Sydney become a real prospect for you? Geelong was spoken about as in the mix. When did you get your head around it and move to Sydney?
Well, mate, it's been a crazy week. It was, Graham Wright kept on telling me, get in early, and I was like, he's a bit of a bully. No, I'm joking. He's a good man. I had a good time with him. So, but last week we went up to Sydney and had a chat with Coxie and a few of the guys, and that kind of really started to become a bit of a possibility. But honestly, mate, a week ago, I had no idea what was going on. So, I obviously put myself out there for a trade before that, and worked out really well.
What appeals to you about the Swans lineup compared to the Blues and the role you'll be playing? It's probably they're quite different clubs in a sense, and as I touched on before, I've got a lot of great players I've been able to play with at Carlton, and I'm really excited to play with a lot of good players at Sydney. I mean, I look across their board, it's got a lot of talent, and everyone tells me about Errol's left foot, so I can't wait to see it.
Robbie said it was quite nerve-wracking for him as the manager in the last few minutes of the trade period. So how was it? How in the loop were you, and how nervous were you in that last? Can you just talk to the last 5-10 minutes of the deadline day?
It was the last 20 minutes. Yeah, I was starting to get very nervous. I mean, I don't know why they go to the wire. Hey, they like to keep me on edge. It was a funny environment. I said I wasn't going to watch it. Went out with my partner Tiana, and we were like, stuff it, let's chuck it on. Started watching it. Robbie got a fair bit of airtime, didn't he? It was nerve-wracking last 20 minutes to see what happens. Didn't look like Carlton were budging, and mate, as I said before, I think all parties come out with a great result, which I don't have any hard feelings on Carlton at all. I love my time there. I'm probably going to repeat that a few times, but I really did, and I'm glad we all came to a great arrangement.
At what point in the season were you thinking, I've had enough here at Carlton and need to restart?
Everyone's reporting different things, and I honestly didn't talk to anyone from another football club until after the season. So, I wanted to do that because it didn't feel right being at Carlton and going around and talking to other clubs at the time. But in saying that, after the season, obviously reached out to my manager and said, hey, is there an opportunity to move on, and had a conversation with the club at the right time about that before I went and did that. So,
Like you said, we've made a point during the season where you kind of think this isn't quite working out for you.
Mate, it was a long season. It was a tough season. It probably wasn't a point that I went, damn, I need to get out of here. It was kind of gradual. Kind of sat down and had a good chat with, I really value was in a relationship with my older brother, my parents, and all my siblings, and my partner Tiana. So, we kind of discussed after the season what it might look for us going forward. And I've only got a short career, reality is. I remember Cade Simpson. I was talking to Weeders last night,
And Cade Simpson, when we first got drafted all together, he come in and said, it goes quick, mate. Like, and he was 18th year in or something. And we're like, come on, mate, that doesn't happen. Like, we got ages ahead, and I've only got maybe 4 or 5 years left. So that's kind of went on a decision for myself and a personal decision. And I thought the best thing was to move forward and try and change it up.
So in July, when you obviously made quite public comments that you were staying put and I'll be at Carlton next year, we're done. That's it. Settle it. Was that true at the time?
When was that? Sorry,
July. I think July 24 is what the people have timestamped.
July 24. Or is that when you? Yeah, after a game was it?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, yeah, I hadn't really made a decision there. No, not at all. So I was kind of, as I said once the game before, I said after the season finished, and then I kind of reached out to my manager. Obviously, you hear things and other clubs are hovering, because that's just the nature of the game. Looking at the way the AFL is moving forward, I think this will become quite common. Obviously, it's probably seen a bit more of that in this trade period. So, I was just very lucky that Paul and Robbie got the job done, and so did Carlton and Swan. So I'm pumped to be at Swan. So.
What was the chat like with Fossey that you had?
When was that, the first one?
Since things went through last night, have you spoken to him?
We had a quick chat on the phone last night. And I'm going to reach out over the next couple of days also. I've chatted to all of them. I called, Nick Austin, Graham Wright, Mick, who actually used to be, I wasn't allowed to say this, but he used to be in the recruiting team here, Mick. Should we allowed to say that? No. And a few of the boys. So we had a good chat with them today. And I'm going to reach out to Vossi again. Like, I played some great footy under Vossi. We've got a great relationship. I owe him a lot. Like, I come out of an injury from 3 years and was able to play 3 years of football in a row underneath him and play good footy. And that's probably going to be some of my best memories when I look back and finish footy, we playing underneath him. So.
You picked out a surf break in Sydney yesterday?
It's a good question, that one. Thank you. I don't know yet. I think as Heaney's taken all the waves up there, is he? So hopefully around that, Bondi, Tamarama, there's a lot of good waves. So might be able to, be nice to put the board shorts on and not a 4-3 wetty, that's for sure.
It said that a lot of the move was about lifestyle reasons. So what's the most exciting part about living in Sydney for you?
There's a lot. Like, I don't know much about Sydney, so I'm pretty excited to get up there. And it's like when you go travelling, you go to a different city, it's a good feeling. You get to roam around. And I got engaged recently, so it's been a good 3 months. I mean, it was a bit hectic there for the last month, but we're pretty pumped to get up there and enjoy the new lifestyle and the new team. Get to play with a new group of boys. Like, it's an exciting time, and can't wait to get into it.
Just on the team, Sydney, when you look at them, I mean, a lot of early talk now about them being in the premiership window, given that you're going to now move up there. How do you see the team? Do you think that by your move, it really gives yourself a chance?
If I wasn't there or not, I think look at their team 2 years ago, and they even had a few players missing from that grand final team, and that year they were probably one of the best teams in the comp. So I'm not here to change anything. I'm hoping just to slot in and play some good footy with all the other boys in the forward line. So it's going to be it's going to be a lot of fun.
Do you reach out to the likes of Buddy Franklin or the other big name forwards who've been there?
No, I haven't yet.
Do you in the future?
I loved it. Like, I grew up watching Buddy, and also I was a Cats fan, so I loved watching Big Tomahawk Hawkins. Actually, randomly sat next to him in the sauna the other day, the big fella. But I always enjoyed watching both those guys growing up. So I'll probably hopefully reach out to Buddy over the next couple of days.
Just on Rossi, I mean, there was a bit of talk that, bit of conjecture that your relationship with him was a bit strained by the end. Was that the case?
No, not at all. I think in the end it's a pretty high pressure environment. I think obviously some things have maybe leaked out there that I would say aren't true. Like, it's always a tough environment, football, and it's going to be a lot of challenges that come with that. But for me and him, like, I don't see our relationship being affected at all by this. And it's just, I had to have a few good conversations with him at the end of the season if I want to get it traded. It's just, you have to do that. You can't just, I'm not going to go behind his back and just start putting myself out there. So, I think we're in a pretty healthy spot, and as I said before, like I played some awesome footy under him, and I thank him a lot for that. Like that was a tough part of my career, coming out of a knee injury and then trying to play. And yeah, he dealt with that fantastically. So
just a couple more, please. How you can probably speak as honestly as anyone about this, because you got your move in the end. But there's a lot of talk about players like Zach Merritt, Rowan Marshall, who didn't get their moves. How hard would it have been to have to say, I'd like to leave, and then to be told, no, you're staying put? Would it have been hard to go back to Carlton?
Oh, it would. I'd be lying to say it wouldn't. Got all you guys roaming around trying to, reporting on things that, here and there, and, commenting on my whole life and the way you play footy. So if you put yourself out there like that, you probably want to get it done in the end instead of have to go through it all again maybe next year, or, it's just a funny situation. Like I do, I'm probably not going to comment too much on the Zach Merritt one, but I can imagine after putting himself out there like that would be hard for him today, for sure. So, and a few other guys are in the same boat, I think.
You spoke about the meetings with Vossi and the officials at Carlton, but in terms of the playing group over the last few days, have you spoken much? You said you spoke to Weeders last night, but
yeah,
the lead up to the trade about sort of your position and why you wanted to leave.
Yeah, I was real transparent with them, and I think a lot of the boys I've been with for a long time, and I've got all these great mates there, and you probably hear that a lot, but I had conversations with them for 3 months about this. This was like, it was no shock to any of them. And look, to be honest, a lot of them, live right around the corner from Ches, Walshy, Binsey, all these guys. It will be hard to leave, and going for coffees with them in the morning on the way to training. It's things you will miss, but as I was saying, I went on a random coffee chat then. I don't know what I'm talking about, but in the mornings, I'll miss chatting to them every day, and I was really transparent with them leading into this period. That's what my answer meant to be.
You're excited to play on the SCG, like it seemed to be a ground that's good for key forwards and smaller elevators. Is that something that excites you? You're 0-6 there from your career.
I know. I hope it doesn't. Yeah, no. Hopefully it goes the other way now. I'm super excited. Like the stadium's unbelievable. Always when we get there and do our captain's run the day before, we always sit in that the old Heritage Stadium stand there, and you sit there and you look across, and it's a pretty amazing stadium. Got to go through the facilities the other day too, and it's just a completely different environment for me. I'm super excited, something different in my life. After 10 years of playing football in Carlton, I'm just pretty keen to go do something different and have a crack up there. So.